Welcome back to IT Sec Hub. Today we are going to explore the fascinating world of Linux commands. So this is the part 2 of essential Linux commands. In this tutorial, we will introduce you to some commonly used commands that will help you to navigate and interact with the Linux OS efficiently. If you are new to Linux, don't worry, we'll guide you from the basics. I will be starting from the basics and going deep into the advanced level, so almost all the Linux users will get a thorough understanding of these commands and how to use them efficiently for their scripting. So let's get started. We'll have a recap just to refresh ourselves. With part 1, we learned about the shell program and how to find the path for it. While doing this, we learned about the environment variables and how to print the value associated with it. We also learned about the echo command and how to print the value of a variable. Also, how to assign a value to a variable. Then the which command and how to use it to print the path for a command and also to identify the default shell program. Then we learned how to change the default shell program using chsh command. So let's begin with the part 2 of it. So today we are going to talk about these simple commands in Linux. In our next video, we'll talk about more advanced commands. So the first one is the ls command, which can be used to list the content of a directory. So we'll talk about the variants of the ls commands as well. So the next basic command is cd. This refers to the change directory. The change directory also have variants that can be applied to work efficiently. So the next one is the mkdir command, which can be used to create a directory. So we will look at the variants of it as well. And of course, the touch command, which can be used to create an empty file. The cat command, which is short for concatenate. So the cat command can be used to display the content of a file. And this is also used to write data into a file. So the next one is the rm command. So rm command can be used to remove a directory or a file. And also the most basic command, the pwd, which is used to print the path for the current working directory. And we'll talk about the symlinks or the symbolic links and how to create them using ln command. The target of this video series is to give you a thorough understanding on Linux commands, starting from the basics, then moving into advanced. By the end of this series, you will be able to use them in shell scripting, and my last video would be also on the shell scripting as well. So stay tuned with IT Sec Hub for more informative videos. So let's start it. We'll open the terminal and write ps. We talked about these commands in the part 1. So with ps, we can find out which shell we are using. So we are using bash. So let us begin with the ls command. So the basic ls command lists the files and directories in the current directory in a simple format. It displays the names of the files and directories without any additional detail. So let's press enter. So we are in the home directory and the home directory contains these files and directories. Now adding the L option or the L variant to ls command provides a detailed listing of the files and directories. Now L means the long format. You can use the ls command with the option L. So the L refers to the long format and it gives additional information about the files and directories. So if you type ls then space dash and L, this gives you more details compared to the previous version. The permissions, then the owner of the file, the group that the owner belongs to, then the size of the file, then the created or the modified date, then the file name or the directory name are listed here. Now you can see directories are in one color and the files are in another color. Now there can be some other files as well. Now if there are hidden files in this directory or the home folder, it is not listed with the L option. So to list it, we can use the -a option. So we'll type ls space dash a. So the A option is for all. So it shows all files and directories including hidden files. Now in Linux, the hidden files are shown with a dot in front of the file name. Now this is a hidden file and this is another hidden file. Now this is given in a simple format. We can use a combination of L and A with the ls command. So we can type ls space then dash a l. So A to show the all files and L to get detailed information of files and directories. So we'll press enter. So you can see a full detailed information is given for the hidden files as well. Now the next command is ls space h. So we will type ls space then the option h. So if you add -h or -h to ls command, it makes the file sizes more readable by displaying them in a human-friendly format. Now you can see the file size is in big numbers. Now this number you can't even read. This is converted into more human-readable format by converting it to a kilobyte or megabyte or gigabyte. So when we press enter, and of course you have to use this with the combination of L. So we'll type again ls h and L. So you can see the file sizes given above is converted to megabytes and kilobytes. Now say if you want to list the content of a directory inside of it recursively. As an example, if you have the scripts directory here and if you want to list the content inside of it, there can be of course directories inside the script directory. So you can use the ls command with the R option. So R is always refers to the recursive. So we'll type ls then capital R. This is for recursive. And of course you can use this R with the combination of L and A to get the hidden files and L to get the full detailed description. So we'll type without the combination of L and A. Now if you go above, the alert directory is in the XML directory, which is also in the Vega directory. So the parent directory is Vega and its child directory is XML. Then its child directory is alerts. So the contents inside the alerts directory is listed here with the recursive option. It will provide the detailed information about the files and directories recursively. Then the next variant is the T option. Now the ls with T sorts files and directories by their modification type. So this shows the most recently modified ones first. So we'll type ls space then T. So the recently modified files and directories are in the above of the list. Also we can sort in according to the file size. So we can use ls then capital S, that is to indicate the size of the file. So if you use this with ls then sl, you can see the files and directories are sorted with the largest ones displayed first. So if we again type ls with L and T to sort it into the modification type, you can also see most recently modified files are in the first. So the June 17th, then June 15th, June 10th and 15th of October. So these are just a few examples of ls command and its variant. You can find more options and combinations by referring to the manual page using the command man ls. The man command always refers to the manual. So with man, you can use any command in Linux. So this is the manual of the ls command. So there are plenty of options and the variants. So we'll quit. Now we'll clear the terminal. To clear the terminal, you can type clear command. Next, we are going to delve into the versatile cd command and its variants. The cd command is short for change directory. This allows us to navigate through the file system effortlessly. Before going into this, we will just see another command. It is pwd. We will learn in deep about pwd after the cd command, but to show you how cd command works, we need a basic understanding on pwd. Now if you press enter, you can see the path for the current working directory. So the pwd refers to the print path for the current working directory. So it displays the absolute path for the current working directory. Now let's go back with the basic cd command. So if we type cd followed by the directory path that I want to navigate to and then press enter, so you will be moving to the specified directory. Now we'll already learned about the ls command. So we'll ls and see what are the directories available in the home directory. So we have some directories, scripts are there, test is there. So we'll move into test. So cd, since I am in the home directory, I can directly type test. So this will guide me into the test directory, or else I can specify the full path. So the path to my home directory is home then Kali. So the test directory is inside this Kali directory. So I can say cd home Kali then test. So this is the absolute path for the test directory. So the T is in capital. So this will navigate me to the test directory. So you can see the terminal changes to the current directory. That is the test directory. So this allows us to move to a specific directory within the file system. So if we type pwd, you can see the full path for the test directory. So it is in the Kali directory. So earlier we were in home Kali. Now we are in home Kali test. So we'll ls again to see the content in the test directory. So we have some text files. Now if we type cd with no arguments or without specifying the path, this command will bring us back to the home directory. So when we press enter, you can see the terminal changes to the Kali directory. That is my home directory. So if we pwd, you can see clearly that we are in the Kali directory. Now you remember we had another directory called scripts. So we'll try to navigate into that. cd. This time I am not giving the full path. Instead I am giving the relative path. So I am in the Kali directory. The script directory is inside Kali. So from here I am typing scripts. Now you can see the terminal got changed. So I am inside the scripts directory. Now we'll ls. There's nothing inside. There can be some hidden files. So we'll see whether we have some hidden files there. So nothing is inside that. Now there's another handy variation of the cd command, that is to use cd with a dash. So this will take you to the previous directory that you were in. So let's try it out. So we will type cd then space then dash. Now earlier, before coming to scripts, we were in the home directory. So with the cd space dash, we will bring back to the previous directory, that is the home directory. So we'll look for another good example. We'll ls. Yes, we have the desktop directory. So we'll cd into desktop. Then we'll ls again. So we have a folder called Python. So we'll move into that. cd Python. We'll ls again. Okay, we have some other files and no directories inside Python. Then we'll move to cd. We'll give the absolute path for the test directory. So we'll type home khali then test. Now we are in Python directory which is inside of your desktop. Now we are going to navigate to test directory in my home. So we'll press enter. Now we are in test directory. So if we type cd then dash, this should bring you back to the Python directory in the desktop. So we'll see whether it works. So got it. So now we are back to the Python directory. Now there's another variant. We can use the cd command with the tilde. Now this variant allows us to switch to the home directly explicitly, even if you are in a different directory. So let's give it a go. Okay, we'll type cd then space and tilde. Let's see what is happening. So we are back to the home directory. Now we have moved into directories. What if we want to come out of the directories? So there's a command that is cd space double dots. For better outlook, we'll move into another directory. So we'll use cd space dash. So this should bring us to the previous directory, which is the Python directory. Okay, if we type cd double dot, we will be moved back by one level in the directory hierarchy. That is, we should be moved to desktop. So let's try it out. Yes, now the terminal got changed and we are in the desktop. That is the one level up of the Python directory. So this is the parent directory of the Python. The cd command is not limited to moving up only a single level. We can change it to move up multiple levels. So let's try an example. Now we are in the desktop and we will move back to Python. So cd Python. Now if we type cd space double dot, then this will bring us back to the parent directory and then slash, then another double dots. So this double dot will bring us another level up. So that means we should be able to be in the khali directory, that is the home directory. Yes, that's it. We are now 2 levels up. So this means we can move up the directory hierarchy from one location within the file system, regardless of our current directory. So now the next command is the make directory command. So before moving into that, we will clear the terminal. So the mkdir command, so this stands for the make directory. This will create a directory in the current working directory. So we will create a directory called test1. Okay. Now let's ls to see whether it is created or not. Now you can see the test1 directory is created. Now we can create more than one directory at the same command. So we can type mkdir. Now we have created test1. Then we will create test2 directory, then the test3 directory and the test4 directory. So when we ls, you can see test1, test2, test3 and test4 directories are there. Or else we can specify the path. We will say we want to create a directory inside test1. So test1, then to denote inside we will put a slash and we will create test mkdir command. We will ls and see whether we have this directory listed in the test1. So this will list down the contents in the test1 directory. So you can see the directory is created inside the test1 directory. So let's explore some variants of mkdir. Now if you type mkdir with p, you can create nested directories without having to create each parent directory individually. Now let's say our parent directory is test2 and we are creating test5 inside test2 and test6 inside test5. So my parent directory is test2, its child is test5 and its child is test6. So this is the path for the test6 directory. By executing this command, these directories should be created recursively. So we'll press enter. We will ls and see the test2 directory. So it has the test5 directory created. So we'll cd, we'll ls and see the test5 directory. So it has the test6 directory. So if we go inside the test2, then test5 and then test6, and you can pw it to find the path. So this is the absolute path for the test6 directory. Now the next variance is the -m option. So if we type mkdir with m, so this means you can set the permission for the newly created directory. So to do this, you can set a equals the permission. So you can give the read, write and execution to the test_permission directory. So this will create the test permission directory inside the test6 directory with the read, write and execution permission. Now we will press enter. Now let's ls to ensure that the test permission directory is created. You can see it's created under the test6 directory. We will use L option with the ls command to see the permission set to the directory. Now you can see the permissions are set to the directory. So the owner, then the group and the others all are having the read, write, execution permission. So we will see another example. We will type mkdir then -m a equals then the read access without the write and the execution to a directory called test7. So this will create the test7 directory with the read access only inside the test6 directory. So we'll ls with the L option and you can clearly see that the test7 directory is created inside the test6 directory with the read access only. Now in the same way, you can give the permission using the octal format as well. So the command for that is mkdir -m. We are not executing this command with a option. Instead, we are using the octal numbers to specify the permission. For this example, I am using 755. That means I am giving full access to the owner and the group and the others are only having the read and execution permission. So the directory is test8 ls -l. So you have the full access and you have the read and execution for the group. Now the next command is the touch command. So we'll clear the terminal again. There are some occasions that you need to create empty files. So we can use the touch command to create them. It's a very simple command. You just have to type touch, then the file name. So we can specify the path as well. So we'll create the test1.txt inside the test1 directory. So if we ls test1 directory, you can see the test1.txt is created. Now in the same way we can create multiple files. So we'll move into test2 folder and we can create multiple files inside the test2 directory. So the file names would be test2.txt, then test3.txt, test4.txt. So these files will be created inside the test2 directory. So we'll ls and you can clearly see that the test2, test3 and test4 are created there. Now the touch command creates the file without the content. So instead we can use the cat command to create the file with data. And also the cat command can be used to see the content of the file. So we will clear the terminal and we can type cat. The cat is short for the concatenate. So with cat we can type the file name. So we have a file inside the test2 directory. So we can type the directory test2. Then inside it we have the test2.txt. So this command is for displaying the content in the test2.txt. Now if we are going to create the file using the cat command, we can use the greater than symbol. So it denotes we are sending the output to the specified file. So as an example, we can type cat, then the greater than symbol, then inside the test3 directory, there should be a space, then we are creating the test3.txt. So once this command is executed, it is expecting the content. So we can type, we are typing some content. And to terminate the execution of this command, we need to press Ctrl plus D. So it will come back to the command prompt. So now we can see the content of test3.txt. So we'll type cat to display the content. The path is test3. Then inside test3, we have the test3.txt. So we can see the content. Now again we'll write something to this file. So cat greater than symbol space test3, then test3.txt. We are writing again to this file. This should replace the previous content. Now with this greater than symbol, it will replace all content and file will have only the new content. So we'll press enter, then Ctrl plus D. So we'll display the content. Now you can see what we have written into test3.txt in the previous command, that is why we are typing some content, is no more there. So we only have the fresh content. So it has already replaced the content inside the test3.txt. We can use two greater than symbols to append something to the existing content. So the command is cat, then two greater than symbols, then the test3, that is the directory, and the file name. So similar to the above command, it is expecting the content to be written into the file. So we can write this content is to append to the file. Now as usual, Ctrl plus D. Now we'll display the content. Directory, then the file name. So you can see that new line is appended to the end of the file. Another option we have with the cat command is to copy the content of a file to another file. So we will create another file with the cat command, test4.txt, and the content is expected. This is the new test for test3.txt, test4.txt, and as usual the control D. Then we'll display the content. So the content is there. Now this test4.txt is created in my home directory. Now we will try to send the content of test4.txt to test3.txt. So the test3.txt is inside the test3 directory. So we type cat, then the source file. So the source file is test4.txt. So we are going to send the content of this file to our destination. So we use the greater than symbol to send the data and space, then test3 directory. Inside it we have the test3.txt. So this means we are sending the content of the test4.txt to the test3.txt. So similar to the previous command we saw, this will replace the content in the test3.txt. So we'll execute the command. Now we will see what has happened with the test3.txt. So we'll cat test3, then test3.txt. So you can clearly see that the previous content inside the test3.txt is gone, and the content inside the test4.txt is now in the test3.txt. Now in the same way, we can use the double greater than symbol. So it will append the text to the file. Now we have cat test4.txt. So it has this text. And the test3.txt is also having the same content. Now we will append something to the test3.txt. So we'll write cat, then to append the greater than symbol twice, then the test3.txt. We are going to append to test3.txt. The control plus D, cat test3.txt. So we have two lines inside the test3.txt, and we have test4.txt. We have only one line. Now we are going to merge the test4.txt with the test3.txt. So we will write the source is test3.txt and going to append it to the test4.txt. So you have to give the path for the test3.txt since it is not in the home directory. So test3. Now this will append the content in the test3.txt to the test4.txt. It's actually merging the content. So we'll press enter. So we'll cat and see the test4.txt. So you can see the content is merged. So the content in the test3.txt is appended to the end of the file. Now we have 3 lines for the test4.txt. So the cat command can run with the n option to number the lines in the text file. So we can type cat -n, then the file name, that is test4.txt. So you can see the numbers for the lines. So the cat command can also be used with the multiple files. So if we type cat test4.txt, then inside the test3 directory we have the test3.txt. So this will display the content of test4.txt, then the test3.txt. So the content in the test4.txt is the first 3 lines, and the content in the test3.txt is the last 2 lines. Now what if you want to print the content in the reverse order? Instead cat, we type it in the reverse order. We type it tag, then the file name test4.txt. So the last line in the test4.txt is the first now, and so on. Cat space minus capital E. So this will highlight the end of the line in a file. So the file name is test4.txt. So you can see the end of line is marked with the $sign. So the next command we are going to look at is rm command. So the rm command can be used to remove or delete files as well as the directories. So we'll see how to remove a file first. So you type the rm, then the file name tree. So we have a file inside the test3 directory. So it's test3.txt. So we look at the files inside the test3 directory. So we'll ls the test3 directory inside home. So we have the test3.txt available. So let's remove it. Then rm test3.txt. So I am removing the test3.txt file inside the test3 directory. Now let's see what happened. ls test3. So the file is deleted. It's no more there. Now let's see how to delete a directory. So we'll ls to find the directories. So we have the test3 directory. So we'll try to remove it. So we'll type rm, then test3. So we are removing the test3 directory. But when you are removing a directory, you have to use the -r option. So -r represents the recursive. So with this command, you are saying you want to remove the test3 directory as well as any directories or files inside it. So let's see what is happening if you are not using the -r option. Okay, now we are executing the command without the -r. So it says you can't remove test3 directory, it's a directory. So let's execute it again. rm, then with -r test3. Now let's see. Now we'll ls. Now we will pick test2 directory and see what it has. So we'll ls test2. So it has a text file and a directory. So we'll try to remove it. rm with -r option, then test2. So you can see it has given us a warning. So if we press Y, this will remove the directory structure. So it will remove the test7, then test6, then test5, then ultimately test2. So let's ls to see whether the test2 is available. So the test2 is gone. So the -r allows us to remove the files and directories recursively. Now there's another option to get the confirmation with the rm command. So if we type rm, then dash I and the file name. So we have a file name called test3.txt inside home. So we'll try to remove it with the I option. So it is asking for the confirmation, remove regular file test3.txt. If we say no, then it will not be removed. So you still can see the test3.txt. Now we'll try it again. rm space -i, then test3.txt. So this time we'll give yes. And it has removed the test3.txt. We'll see the permission assigned for the file. So we'll ls, then with L option, we will see. So it has only the executable rights. So we'll try to remove it. rm, then test4.txt. Now it says remove write protected regular file. So it is asking for the confirmation to remove the test4.txt. Now this is removed if we only give the confirmation. Now there's an option called F to use with rm command. So it will forcefully remove the files and directories without asking for the confirmation. Now if we use rm with F option to remove the test4.txt, it will not ask for the confirmation. So we'll ls and see. So the test4.txt is gone. So the next command is ln. ln is short for the link. This is used to create symlinks. We'll see what is a symlink. There are two types of links. The first one is the soft link, the other one is the hard link. So we can use both of them to create links to files and folders. A symlink is a soft link. So it will point to the original file on your system. It is similar to a shortcut in Windows. So it always points to the original location. But if you get a hard link, it will create a copy of the file. Hence, it is not pointing to the original file. Now, these links are created using the ln command. If you want to create the soft link, we use the -s option with the ln command. And if you want to create a hard link, we use without the -s option. So, only the ln command. So, the standard format of the ln command is ln, then the source file or the directory, then the destination file or the directory. So this is the basic format of the ln command. Now this command is to create the hard link. Now if we want to create the soft link, we add the -s option here. The source file represents the file on your computer that you want to create the symbolic link for. So the destination file. So this refers to the symbolic link or the symlink that you want to create. So we can omit this part. But if it is omitted, then the system will create a new link for you in the current directory you are in. So let's take a look at an example to better understand how this works. Now I am in my home directory. So we'll move into desktop. So let's ls. So I have created the directory called links. So we'll move into links. So you don't have anything inside the links. Now we'll create a file inside the links using the cat command. So the file name is softlink.txt. So we'll enter some text A, B, C, D. Control plus D. Now if we cat softlink.txt, you can see that ABCD, the given text is inside it. Now we'll open another terminal. We'll move the terminal here and we'll resize this terminal as well as this terminal. Move it here. Okay. Now we'll move into desktop from this terminal. CD desktop. So we'll ls. Okay. Now we are going to create a soft link for the softlink.txt file. So it is in the links directory which is inside the desktop, and my destination would be the desktop. Now the command format is ln-s. So you have to give the relative path from the desktop to the softlink.txt. So it's desktop, then links, then inside links you have the softlink.txt. So this is the path for the soft link and the destination. So the destination is you are going to create it on the desktop. So the link's name will be soft.txt. So we'll press enter. Now there's no error, that means the link is created. So we can verify it using the other terminal. So we'll type ls-l. So with this command you can see a link is created. So this is the link. So the link is denoted by the L, the directory is denoted by D, a link is denoted by L. So you have the full right for the owner, group and the other. And soft.txt is the link name and it is pointed to the softlink.txt. So the full path is given to the softlink.txt. Now we'll display the content of soft.txt. So we'll cat soft.txt. So it has the same content as the softlink.txt. Now we will add something to the soft.txt. So we'll cat append something to the soft.txt. So I will type 1 2 3 4. Control plus D. Cat soft.txt. So you have the updated content. We'll see what has happened with the softlink.txt. So cat softlink.txt. So it is also been updated. Previously we add to the soft.txt, that is the soft link. So this time we are going to update the source file, the original file. So we'll update the softlink.txt. We'll type 5 6 7 8. Control plus D. Cat softlink.txt. So we have the updated file here. So we'll display the content of soft.txt. Cat soft.txt. So you have the updated file there. So this is to verify that soft.txt is a shortcut to the softlink.txt. So what will happen if we delete the source file? So rm softlink.txt. We'll verify ls. So you don't have the file inside the links directory, and we'll type ls-l. So now the links is turned into red color. Earlier it was on green. So we'll scroll above. You can see earlier it was on green and now the color is turned into red. So there can be an issue. We'll cat for the content. Now you can see there's an error, no such file or directory. That means the shortcut is there on your desktop, but it is unable to find the original file. So this is how the soft link is working. Now we will clear the content in both terminals. Now we will see what happens with the hard link. So the hard link is created using the ln command without the -s option. Now we are inside the links directory. So we'll create a file. We'll ls first. There's nothing inside. So we'll create a file cat hardlink.txt. You have to use the greater than symbol. It's hard. We'll type again hardlink.txt. So we'll enter some text. Again we'll enter ABCD. Then the control plus D. We'll cat for the content. Hardlink.txt. So it is updated. Now we will create the hard link. So ln without the -s option. The source is, again you are giving the relative path links, then the source file is hardlinks.txt, then the destination, it is onto my desktop, and the hard link name would be hard.txt. Let's ls. So it is available. We'll move to desktop. ls -l. The hard.txt is created on your desktop. Now it does not have the full access like the soft link. Now earlier with the soft link, the privileges was starting with L to denote the soft link. So we'll see the permissions for the hardlink.txt as well. ls -l. So it also have the same privileges. Now we'll cat for the content. So we'll cat for the content here as well. So both the content are same. Now we will update the file. Cat hard.txt. We'll type 1234. Control plus D. Cat hard.txt. The file is updated with 1234. Now we look at the original file. It's hardlink.txt. So you have the updated file there. Once you updated the hardlink file, it is affected to the source file as well. Now we'll update the source file. Cat hardlink.txt. This time we'll type 5678. Control plus D. Cat hardlink.txt. It's updated. Now we'll try to figure out what has happened with the hard link. So it's also been updated. Now let's try to remove the source file. So we'll rm hardlink.txt. ls, the file is no more there. We'll ls here. So you have the file. Then cat hard.txt. Not like the soft link. This time the hard.txt, the hard link file is open. Earlier when we tried to open the soft link file, it gave an error finding difficulties of pointing to the source file because the source file was not there. But this time when the source file is deleted, it didn't give us any error, but it opened the file. So we can say the hard link creates a copy of the original file. So the next command is the pwd. So we'll clear this terminal and clear this terminal as well. So we'll close one of them. So we are inside the links directory. Now the pwd command. Pwd command is to print the path for the current working directory. So if we type pwd and just enter it, you can see the full path for the current working directory. So combining the pwd with -l or -p options, we can distinguish the path to the original directory or to the soft link directory. So I am going to create the soft link of the links directory to the desktop. So my soft link would be soft dir. So this will create a soft link on my desktop to the links directory. So we'll press enter, we'll ls. Now we will move to desktop. cd Now we'll ls. Better to type ls -l. The name of the directory that we created is the soft dir. So it is pointed to the links directory in the desktop. So the link is denoted with this L and it has the full access. So now we will go to the soft link. Now we will cd soft dir. So now we are inside the soft dir. So now we'll type pwd to get the current working directory path. So it is giving the actual path to the soft link. Now we'll try with the pwd with -l option. So it is also giving the path to the soft dir, which is similar to the pwd command. Now we'll try with the -p option. Pwd -p. This time it gave the path to the original directory. So with -l option, it gives the path to the current working directory, that is even to the soft link. But with the -p option, it gave the path to the original directory. So that's it with the essential Linux commands for part 2. So we have seen the use of cd, ls, mkdir, touch, cat, rm, pwd and symlinks, and also their variants. So feel free to experiment with them further and discover their full potential. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more Linux tutorials. Thanks for watching and until next time with IT Sec Hub. So if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment. So be happy with Linux.